Ooh.
Good morning. Happy November the 1st, the day after Halloween. And I imagine some of you are working on your cavities as we speak.
Gotta eat those Reese's peanut butter cups for sure.
Is that your favorite? I like when they do the news stories about favorite candies by states, how each state and part of the country has a favorite candy.
And what is hold
I
on.
think when I saw it on the news here, it was peanut M&Ms for us.
Ooh, peanut M&Ms are a really good one for me too. Favorite candy by state. Okay.
Yeah, every year they do that, and I always get a kick out of it.
All right, hold on. Hold on. We gotta look. Screen. All right. So here we go. 13 are M&Ms, not peanut M&Ms.
But
Peanut
just
M&Ms
M&M.
are far better than regular M&Ms, for sure. We got
So it looks
Skittles.
like Nevada got Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah, that's the third one. I can't believe it goes under Skittles. Like, what is up with that?
Good morning, Reno. Are
Oh,
you
because it's all
keeping the candy still out of your teeth this morning? I actually only had 2 candies last night. I was proud of myself because I quit eating sugar and candies and stuff like that this year when I was, attempting to work on my health and lose a little weight. And so last night I was naughty and allowed myself 2 little miniature candies, and they were so good. When you haven't had candy in a long time, it's just like, oh my God, this is so good. It was extra sweeter than normal. When you don't eat sugar for a long time, you really taste like how sweet it is, but it was so good. I'm not going to lie.
Yes. I think I only had two too, but we bought more. We only had 10 trick-or-treaters, or 10, I'm sorry, 10 total, 5 groups, and one of them was the USPS lady. So I don't know if you really count
That's
that.
kind of neat that your post office lady lives in your community.
No, she was delivering my packages.
Oh, when you said it before, I thought you meant like she was out actually trick-or-treating like with her kids. I
No,
see.
she delivered my packages, but I thought it was a trick-or-treater, and not like I wouldn't give her candy anyways, but yeah, I give her, she had candy. She's an awesome little lady.
Did you guys dress up?
Yes.
Ooh,
I was a
gnat.
pirate. My
You were a
husband
pirate?
I was the only one that dressed up. Nobody else dressed up. Oh, and I put my little dog in a hot dog costume.
Those crack me up.
Yes.
When the animal costumes, we saw some really fun ones on the news yesterday. And speaking of pirates, I don't know if you've ever seen that commercial for ranch dressing where the guy and the lady are pirates on a ship. They're supposed to be doing a show for children. And you haven't seen that commercial. I'll have to try to find it and send it to you. It's funny because the lady he's upset with her. Like, now that you are eating ranch, you are never into character. And she tells him, we're not actually pirates. And she ends up yanking his fake hook off of his hand. And then there's his real hand. And all the kids in the audience are screaming. And it's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of, or I try not to watch a whole lot of commercials.
Yeah.
We were one of the people that got rid of cable, got a lot of streaming apps. Now it's probably 50-50. Like, you can either have cable or have all the streaming apps.
I know. I've done the research when we've thought about cutting the cord of cable, and I'll look up the streaming services, that I feel I would need to get, because with regular TV wanting, say, the local news and things like that, and it ends up being just a little bit cheaper to have only streaming.
Yeah, it still is. Well, and I like a lot of the shows that are on the streaming. My husband likes all the sports, but we get that now through a lot of the Amazon Prime and whatnot, so he can get said sports that he wants. Which he watched. I think we caught the tail end of the World Series, or I caught the tail end of the World Series. I don't watch that very much, but they had some interesting. It was dramatic this year. Those fans catching one of the balls out in the outfield. I saw lots of footage on that one. That one was pretty crazy. But we are onto the first day of November, which means we are almost to Black Friday.
I know.
I don't know about you, but everything was supposed to be sent in to Amazon by the 19th of October. they were
Yes,
saying?
and there's a backup in the West Coast fulfillment centers.
Okay, West Coast.
Yeah, the West Coast, the fulfillment centers, there's a backlog of checking in stuff. It's a big problem. So, for some people, Heather mentioned to me yesterday in a message that she is going to opt for doing only East Coast placements. She's going to pay the inventory placement fee to just have her stuff go regionally, to avoid them going to the West Coast. So there's been a lot of complaints about shipments not being checked in, things that, were shipped in a month ago, still not being checked in, that went to the West Coast. And as you know, every year when things do get held up, and I've never seen a holdup like this one, I have had items that I sent in at the end of October not go live until after Christmas. And they were Christmas related items. One year I had bought from Big Lots all this fudge. Do you remember the fudge that they sold at Big Lots that was from A Christmas Story? The kid, like, you'll shoot your eye out. Anyway, the fudge said on it, "Oh, fudge." Because in the movie, they use that for him saying the other F word. So the fudge has "Oh, fudge." Yes, that's the one. I used to buy that at Big Lots and sell it on Amazon. And one year I sent those in. I had them at the end of October and I sent them in. They did not get checked in until January. And of course, I never sold them. I had to just have them all destroyed. And so things like that can be very frustrating for Amazon delayed shipments and check-ins. So if it were me, I would also consider doing maybe paying the placement fee, although that does not mean that Amazon isn't going to try to move your inventory to the West Coast either. So that's a thought. Yeah. Another thought is only send in your items that sell evergreen all year long, and consider just merchant fulfilling things like maybe holiday candy and toys. That is one thought I have.
So couple things here. One, if you're looking at the fudge, it's going for $12.99. It's $5.70 right now at Blair. I'm not a huge fan of buying from Blair. I've bought from them. They're not the best, but that might be a possible BOLO to look out for, depending if the numbers work out correctly.
Yeah, any of those iconic movies, that are famous for the holidays.
I am, I perturbed, I guess is a good word. I have a client that I manage his inventory for, right? And he had a Halloween thing, and he messaged me like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. It was about 7 days before Halloween, so about a week ago. And he's like, "How come blah, blah, blah is not in stock?" Because that's his big season is Halloween. We were beefing up. It was my focus in July and August to get enough inventory in to handle the September, October sales. And I went and I looked, and I sent in things in the beginning of September, and Amazon says there was none in the box. So I'm like, did the manufacturer really not put any in, or can Amazon not count? What do you think I'm going to think? Amazon can't count is 9 times out of 10 what happens there. So I'm like, they should have received 10 units on this day, and Amazon said there was nothing in the box. And then I sent it again. I said it's been stuck in receiving for 12 days now. So I'm like, I can only like push so much forward without getting all of these blockers.
Yeah, this is a big problem. I really wish that there could be some Amazon advocacy group, or Amazon themselves could have a department, which they won't, for sellers and like this constant abuse, things like this, like, when people's accounts back this summer, including ours, got deactivated with no warning, with no anything. Constant issues like this, boxes being checked in, saying that they were empty. Like, we paid weight-based, dimension weight, to send you an empty box, and then never get refunded for these accusations of sending in empty boxes. There really needs something put in place for protection. I know I've been kind of negative with Amazon lately, but I feel like Amazon's abuse just continues to increase and get worse with every passing year. Yet at the same time, we're not going to quit selling on Amazon. It's becoming a real love-hate relationship.
So we got some news things today, but I just pulled, because on my mind, I pulled the companies or the litigation that's going on right now. I just wanted to share that with everybody. It is what it is. These are all of the current lawsuits going on with Amazon Profile, Amazon federal litigation filings. So I was just going through this the other day, and we've got trademark, personal injury, labor, disabilities, personal injury, but you've got like Brooks. Why is Brooks suing Amazon for personal injury? Because her last name is Brooks, not Brooks issue. Got it. Okay. Patent, employment, contract, patent, employment. So, there are always going on. This one, Ecom Authority, this is probably
a seller.
Yeah, seller. Property damage. And I was kind of wondering what the property damages were, if it was hurricane related or just other, how sometimes they'll destroy your inventory before you even know about it. I had that happen to a client. She got stuff pegged for automatic disposal because that's what she had set up, or not set up, but that's what the default is for new things. And all of a sudden 600 of her items times $3 a piece, so almost $2,000 worth of stuff just getting destroyed. And she's like, how do I stop? And I'm like, you don't. That it's already been pegged and filed. We tried to go in and cancel it, but yeah, crazy. They will do that from time to time, and you don't even they don't even give you a warning. They're just like, done, it's destroyed. Which I still get all of the emails. What did we get yesterday? There's the CBSA. Hold on, I gotta find it. CSBA. There we go. Which I will highlight this one too. Let's see, where's my little snippet? This is a program that I've been part of, and it's been controversial because they handle Q4 contacts. So you can see here their tier rates and price. Let's see here. My previous fee was $0. My fees during Q4 have never been more than $5 or $10, and they handle all of the FBM returns and customer issues. So if a customer messages me and says, "Where's my product?" they handle it. So that's been nice over the last couple of years. Now the controversy is that some people say that all they do is they just issue refunds, and that's their solution for everything. You're unhappy? Refund. You lost your stuff? Refund. Unhappy? We'll send you another one. Refund. So take that with a grain of salt. See if it helps you out at all.
I went out shopping yesterday, and these stores were full. I went in to Walmart, and everything Christmas was out. I mean, it was just, it's all out. It's all ready to buy. I went in to Ross. Everything was fully stocked. All of the rows, all of the areas, toys, the Christmas stuff, the Christmas candy. I mean, it is all out. And last year, it seemed like it took forever for everything, at least out here in my city. It was closer to Black Friday before it was fully had all the things in the stores. And this year, the stores are full. So hopefully you guys have been out there hitting the stores and getting the stuff now before all the other resellers are out there, wiping it clean. But the stores have been full and plenty, and, use this time to build up your inventory as much as you can, especially on these items that we can only get seasonally at, the Rosses and the Burlingtons and these kinds of stores, because I know many of you do sell bundles. And if Amazon does enforce these bundles, your pack of 2 barbecue sauce listings that you've been selling on, whether you create it or not, are going to be no more.
Yep. For sure. All right. we have a couple other news things, and then I pulled an article of 25 bestsellers, and then we're going to look through Amazon as well to see what's hot right now or what to be looking forward to or looking for out in the stores. There's a new business reports by ASIN you can do to analyze your matrix. So I thought that was kind of interesting. You can now filter business reports by ASIN in Seller Central. You can enter up to 100 ASINs in the search bar to analyze performance matrix. I thought that was pretty cool. I might be doing that later. I got to keep that one open. And then let's see here. The Forbes is saying that with all of the federal tax cuts, or not tax cut, what is it, federal rates that affects loans and all of that stuff is going to result in more holiday spending. So that was good news for us resellers, right? And then let's see here. Oh, we already talked about this. I didn't realize we had an article about it. The reports inventory on the West Coast. So, yeah, we are continuing to monitor the situation and are working hard to ensure your inventory is placed. Sure you are.
What's interesting is how did that happen? You know, Amazon is the one that makes us ship our shipments to 5 warehouses. So I have always said that there are more sales on the East Coast. I get more sales and always have had more sales from people who live in the East Coast. Why is that? I don't know. So I think with Amazon doing this inventory placement, more stuff is now maybe going to California, Nevada, Washington than used to. And we're still getting more East Coast sales, perhaps. I don't know, but it is interesting. Like, why?
I don't know. Amazon, I would like you to write a plan of action, please, letting me know what you have, the root cause of what went wrong and what you're going to do to change that. And whatever you write.
Amazon comedy hour, right? Like Amazon stand-up comedians that, of course, only Amazon sellers would get.
I had a lady yesterday, and we had to call and talk to the catalog team, but she was so frustrated. She's like, every department says it's another department, and they don't know what's wrong. And I'm like, yep, that's what we're gonna talk through, because Seller Central is like, it's a catalog problem. The catalog team is, it turns out there's something wrong with her account, and she missed a verification, but it got stuck somewhere. And so at least we got somewhere with her cases, but none of them know anything at all. They all like to say, oh, it's this, that, or the other, and they don't really look at your problem. They give you a default answer. I have one where it's a case of images, and they gave me default answer. And after 2 weeks of that, I called, and they're like, oh, you're not the winning contributor to these. And I'm like, I'm the only one selling them. Why? How am I not the winning contributor? Anyhow, let's go on. This is the 25 top selling Amazon items and why. I don't really care about the why. We're going to look at what can we look for reselling. And I haven't gone through these.
Everything your daughter wants right there.
I know she does. At $79, I might actually get that, because that's.
And there's a coupon I see below.
For $5. $5. All right. Yeah, she wants one of those ice buckets. I don't know. She also wants a panda bear. We're gonna take things with a grain of salt. What is this? Product images. Yes. Okay. A hood, a range hood. That's a top selling thing. Are people buying new hoods for their?
Oh my gosh. And let me tell you, there are people that buy these used and they resell them on eBay, and sometimes for higher dollar than this particular one, especially certain brands. So yes, hood ranges are good. I don't know that I personally would want to mess with selling things like that on Amazon due to fees with how big the packages are. But if you want to find them on Craigslist to flip on eBay, absolutely.
I did not know that was a hot thing right now. Glue sticks. For reals? Is this article for real? This is from Helium 10.
Yes. Well, because this is a false top seller for now, because the rank and the sales were associated with back to school, which wasn't that long ago. That is what I think, and possible Christmas crafts. I don't know.
Same
Of
here.
course, Amazon Basics is going to be up there, and everyone's buying scissors. See, back to school, back to school. I think these are inflated because of back to school.
Here we go. This is one. I believe this one, Play-Doh's Toy Blender.
Yeah.
That one I would believe. So I used to sell the tacos. There's a little taco set that I could find for $4.99 at Big Lots, at my local grocery stores, and it would sell merchant fulfilled all Q4 for $20 all day long. So keep your eyes out for tacos and blenders, which makes sense. Tacos and margaritas are amazing. That's my logic. Pampers. No, we don't care about Pampers. I never find enough on wipes and Pampers. I scanned those things before. I never find a good enough one. You have to be really into. This is one of my eyeshadows. I like this.
Or you have to have stores like Ollie's, or discounts.
Well, yeah, or the couponing. I was going to say couponing is really good. But this shimmer eyeshadow is really good. I'm not wearing it today.
But if you look at these low prices, really, who cares about that at $8 and some change?
Same with these shirts. I could never find these shirts for. You may be able to do a wholesale shirts. Okay, soccer shoes. Soccer shoes are always good to scan. If I'm in a Ross or Marshalls, I am always scanning me some soccer shoes. Stanley
has been. Stanley accessories. You can even have them made on Alibaba, but of course don't put Stanley or say Stanley. You can say they're compatible with Stanley, but anything related to Stanley cups is hot. Straw covers, they have little carriers for them, all kinds of stuff. That is cool.
Yeah, and this is something that I would look at for like Alibaba private label.
Yeah, and look at that price. That price doesn't excite me either at $8.
No, but it's probably a $2 item shipped straight from China to the Amazon. And like if you're looking at products to source from Alibaba, this is done. It's already on a bestseller list. Don't jump on this one.
And it's probably going to go on Amazon's new cheap platform, Amazon's new Shein, whatever it's called, type of platform.
Yep. But if you find something that's similar idea, it's hot new product.
I want you guys to drop in the chat going into next year, into 2025, knowing Amazon's changes with this low cost website that they are going to be launching, and specifically it seems to be geared only for their Chinese suppliers. And what is your plan for 2025? Do you plan on trying to source and do a private label item of your own and create those listings on Amazon yourself and have no competition, knowing that a lot of standalone listings may be getting flooded with the people who primarily focused on bundles having to find a new thing? I do really see a lot of changes coming for 2025. Have you thought about it? Do you have a plan? What is it? I would love you to drop in the chat something to that effect.
Munchkins. Love Munchkin stuff. That's always worth a scam. Calculator. 5-star notebooks. That's part of that school. What was this? Fire blanket.
I sold some fire blankets recently on eBay that I have found. And I found them at the bins, and we got really good money for them. They were still brand new. And then on an auction site, I was doing some bidding on fire blankets. They sold quickly. They sold well. I think the fire blankets are definitely a hot thing to find. And I like the price point.
All right, now I just typed in Christmas. I wanted to do some preliminary scoping to see what around for Christmas here, because it's hard to tell sometimes what's going to be hot, what's going to be not. Elf on the Shelf, always hot. Now, can we sell Elf on the Shelf? Do you know?
Yes. Yeah, I've sold Elf on the Shelf every year. However, full disclosure, I have always bought my Elf on the Shelf after Christmas at Walmart when it's clearanced out. And so it's a buy and hold for me. Although I'm sure there are some Elf on the Shelf that are harder to find that you can buy and sell at a profit during that particular season. And Elf on the Shelf items are sold in a lot of places, Walmart being a big one. That one I bought last year on clearance.
Yeah, I've sold the pets. I don't know if it was reindeer or one of his other pets. I've sold the pets and I've sold the little dress up kits. But now it looks like people are doing private label kits that
are compatible with it. That's right.
Yeah.
And these are the kind of things that you can do. And then there was always a Snoop on a Stoop. That one cracks me up.
I love Snoop. Snoop on a Stoop. Okay. Christmas trees, probably a little bulky. I got to get some window clings for myself because I like the window clings.
I used to sell a ton of Christmas trees from Walmart, a ton of them. It was a specific one that I bought. And then several years back, Amazon wanted because there's lights on it. They wanted some documentation about the lights. So then I went switching and selling them on eBay. And I had recently found one still new in the box at a thrift store, and I flipped it on eBay. I bought it for $7. I sold it for $40. But it's the smaller, lighter weight ones, and it's those fiber optic trees, those like meant for your desk or tabletop, maybe 3 feet tall fiber optic trees. Those do very well.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Love that Grinch bathroom set.
Yes, but does it say Grinch? No, it's a private label. This is what gets me. So this is all private label. It is clearly the Grinch. They did not put the Grinch anywhere. So it's an Alibaba knockoff. It even says the Grinchmas right down there.
Yep, totally. And they branded it under their name.
Yep. And
they've sold over 1,000 of them.
So people ask
an illegal Amazon listing that they're not being deactivated for.
Yeah. And people ask, how do you get away with messing with trademarks and stuff? This is how. They didn't put, we know how they do. Anyhow, all right. This one, what do we got? We got gingerbread men? Lego.
Yeah, gingerbread Legos.
Gingerbread Legos. This is probably a pretty cheap set. $12.28. You can probably find it for $3.99. We've got, what else is hot for Lego? We've got the Nutcracker and then the Santa sleigh. So keep your eyes out. Lego is one of those that's definitely worth scanning. It does get returned. A lot of people are kind of jackwagons about returning it. And let's see here. We got Christmas. Frosty gingerbread is going for $41.98. That's ridiculous. This one looks pretty good. Holiday Bayberry, $21. Who sells Yankee Candle? I know Fred Meyers does. I know Yankee Candle does. And Sparkling Snow. Do you know who else
sells what kind of candles?
Yankee Candle.
Yankee Candle, I feel, is the more popular candle choice.
I know, but Ross, Marshalls.
Oh, where are they sold? Yeah, even Walmart has Yankee Candle and Yankee Candle wax melts and things. Yeah, Yankee Candle themselves often runs really good sales. In fact, make sure you guys are signed up on any of these platforms that send you messages of what stores are running sales. Try now to get into the habit of looking, if you can, every morning, looking at Rakuten, Top Cashback, and seeing what sites are offering big cashback deals. Another hack that I have is my favorite stores that I love to go to quite often. I add them as an app on my phone. So you add, like Bath and Body or Yankee Candle, any of the stores that have an app, because you get more notifications. You get notifications on your phone when they're running a sale, when they have a deal, and it makes it really easy to get some of these exclusive deals quickly. And then if you want to look in conjunction on the cashback sites, that's really helpful.
Yes, absolutely. And Yankee Candle and Lego, I brought them two up because you can buy from their website. And I know Lego for sure. I'm not sure on Yankee Candle, but you can get ungated for Lego with invoice from Lego.com, and you can get the little keychains for like $3.99 or something. You buy 10 of those. It's a $40 ungate, and it might be worth it because you can get that ungated then in toys and in Lego. So it's kind of like a double whammy ungating.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I was looking at this, and the way they get around the child safety testing, which I think is another flaw in Amazon, is they put this under home. It's a home decor. So you're looking at this Christmas tree, and if you're looking at selling these types of products right now, it's under home decor. Amazon at any time could come through with their AI and say, no, kids are in here. It needs to be under toys, and then it needs toy safety compliance paperwork. So you may be selling these like crazy, and then the next day it's locked down because you're gated in toys, and you need compliance paperwork. And then it's kind of a battle to see if you can get it switched back to the home category. Sometimes they tell you flat out no, and sometimes they will recategorize things. So be careful when you're looking at things to sell that you don't get recategorized. I love this, Tina. I just had to
Little curtain tie backs.
I like that. That's a clever private label idea. And you could come up with evergreen ideas too. When they have I don't know about those. Those look kind of creepy.
They look like the vintage style.
Of creepiness?
The vintage style of Halloween decor, like back when they used to do the cardboard cutouts with the little metal prong where the joints would move. If you look at those type of Halloween things, it has the stripes, the polka dot. So it's definitely a vintage look.
Okay. I still think they look creepy, but instead of snowmen, you could easily do other things, cute gnomes or dogs or cats or something that's more evergreen. And that site can't be reached. Why not? Oh, okay, that's my snowflakes.
I got those snowflakes last year. I don't know that it was that exact one, but I bought some of those. They were really great. Those I think it was one that was more like that, where it had the Santa and the characters, and me and my mom split it because there were so many of them, and it was fun to put on mirrors, and they were really cute.
I like, I'm going to get one of them. But these are great little bundle ideas, too, if you're looking for things to put into bundles. Okay, what do you want me to search? Candy? Toys?
For things that we could possibly sell for Christmas. Well, definitely hot categories are toys. I don't know what the hot toy is going to be this year. Hot categories are always candy, decor, ornaments. And again, my brain always wants to go back to, you could get these from Walmart and put the 2 dinosaur ornaments together and make a listing. I think you can still do that and not get flagged with it being a bundle. But
here's a good one. I like this one because it says styles may vary. And I see this at Big Lots, etc. quite a bit. It's number 33 in toys. Hot Wheel 10-pack. You need to make sure. Morning, Nate. Morning, Reno. You need to make sure that it's the right scale. It's the right one, because I've gotten stuck when I've bought in a toy car and it's the wrong scale, and I didn't realize how many scales of cars there were.
Yeah. And I do like when they put styles may vary, because as you guys know, they'll come in these packs and there'll be one little figure a little different, and yet they all share the same UPC code, and they come in a case pack together.
Yeah. Why is the tiger so hot? Jesus, pop-ups, come here now. Stop it. Why is the tiger so popular? What is that? 3-in-1 majestic tiger, $40. And that's got to be a $10, $20 kit.
I don't know.
Interesting. Here's a clever set. This is a bundle. We've got Baby's First Block and the stacking toy for $16.
And that one's an Amazon exclusive. I noticed there in parentheses. I had recently bought a Fisher Price toy set from Kohl's, and you got 3 items in one set that was put together just for Kohl's. And I priced the pieces on Amazon, and it definitely was a lot less getting it at Kohl's that way.
Got it. all Vegas Big Lots are closing this month. Does that mean
That's
there's going to be a lot of sales, or is all the inventory
They've
gone?
already been running sales for months. They aren't getting any more truckloads in and haven't for quite some time, for a few months. So it's just a matter of you can keep buying until it's gone. So Big Lots was always a huge sourcing store for me during the holidays, in my top three. It was one of my top three stores to source at, and now we don't have them anymore. We lost all of our 99-cent stores. There was
What?
another,
Wait, what?
yeah, the 99-cent one.
Even
All
the one
those,
up by Sam's Club?
yes, they all closed down back the
Okay.
early summer. I want to say in May or June. I think June 1st was their last day they were even open. We lost all of those in town. We've lost all of our Big Lots. And as you know, we already don't have stores out here like the Ollie's and these stores that people have in other states. So it is really narrowing down for our city the good shopping sources that we have.
For reals. That ticks me off. All right. So bundles like this, they're going to start taking down. These are all Japanese, so they might get away with it because it's not like U.S. name brand. I don't know if they're going to figure out, AI can figure out the branding on those packages for sure. Gummy clusters. Oh man, I've sold a ton of gummy clusters. Believe it or not, I've sold probably hundreds of them and I've never tasted them. We might have some in our buckets this year. I got to taste them. The girls at work used to love eating those. I'm like, you guys are eating half my tart. But they didn't eat that much. Just messing with them. They were fun. Which I do keep in contact with almost all my peoples. They're doing good. My one packer, one of the first ones, she's going to nursing school. I'm very proud of her. I hope she's still going. She tends to change her mind a lot.
Right now, a lot of candy that's showing up is Halloween. I would probably type in specifically Christmas candy. The Christmas candy is going to be on the shelves before the week is over, because today, if you're running out around stores, Halloween candy will all be half off.
Okay, I have a side. Sorry, I have a side story.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one pink lotion that my friend had it and I really loved it. So we went to the mall I was like, well, we're going to the mall for XYZ. I'll stop in the pink store and I'll get this lotion. Turns out it was a summer exclusive. There was one bottle on Amazon for $25. I'm the idiot that bought it because I really wanted that lotion color. But in doing so, I just was seeing my daughter wants one from Victoria's Secret. So the end of the season scents might be something to pick up as well.
Right.
Walgreens is next.
So say like that bag of Hershey Kisses with the Grinch on it, you won't be able to profit at that. And historically, a lot of us buy the listing that had 2 packs of those Grinch, and now that's a bundle. So those, are supposed to be gone. So how are you navigating?
That's AI, isn't it?
Finding things. Yeah.
That could be AI. Okay. And then did we want to show, we popped Nate up down a couple times. Walgreens is closing 1,000 stores. Good golly. Walgreens was another one that was awesome to source at.
Yeah, Walgreens is great for sourcing. And in our city, we have Walgreens and CVS. And we've already lost some CVS stores. We don't have Rite Aids. We don't have these other drugstores. So if we're losing Walgreens too, it's like, what is going to be left? And where do you get your prescriptions?
Now, didn't Rite Aid buy Walgreens?
I don't know.
Okay.
We had Rite Aid out here years and years ago, but they didn't last long.
I've been on this account of little ones. These are from Walmart. It wasn't super profitable. It was on and off, but these little ones, not at $9, because they were like $1.50 at Walmart. I was just looking at the Grinch. Yeah, they took down all the bundles from.
Yes, you really have to be a lot more clever this year. You have to be a lot more clever on your holiday candy listings, what listings you're finding. And it can be a good time to possibly be selling these things on eBay and Walmart. I went looking on eBay this week just to try to get a feel of, is food or candies and things like this selling on eBay? And I saw a lot of very Amazon bundle looking listings on eBay in the solds, and they were selling for very good prices on eBay. So eBay may be a new dumping ground and a new source for buying. Yeah, exactly. Listings like that.
Ooh, I've sold the Christmas nougats. That's always worth scanning if you see it at the store.
Yeah, those
It
do
fluctuates
very
a lot.
well, but will they do well at that price?
I don't know. Oh, Nezco's, yeah, they're back up.
Oh yeah, they've been back up, and with no punishments.
Yeah, nothing. I can't remember. Is she in our group or not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll leave them alone for right now. Jelly Bell lettuce. Christmas mix. That's hit or miss. We've got a 2-pack right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a bundle. I bet you we know the maker of that. That's Nezco.
And there's a bundle that candy I've sold. I don't know that it was that listing, but there is a listing there I saw that I've sold before.
Which one?
That one right there. The old-fashioned candy, right? Those. I don't know that I've been on that particular one, but that brand of candy, and that brand of candy sells very well. And you've always been able to get it very inexpensively at Big Lots.
Yeah.
So if any of you are still lucky enough to have a Big Lots, that's where that can be found.
I did one year. I made the mistake. I bought the ribbon candy. You know, it's like worst idea ever. That stuff. Every single one was broken.
It's very delicate.
Luckily, I didn't buy too many. I was like testing. And when I'm testing something, I do what, like 3 to 5. Yeah, never touching ribbon candy again ever. Candy cane spoons. Look at that one. That's an old listing. It's got 3,800 reviews.
Yeah, that's a Dollar Tree item.
I don't think it's profitable at $1. I'd have to log in, but not at that price. But once you get in, so here's the thing. Let's dive into this one real quick because we'll go into the Keep It chart. You may not you'll be passing this over right now, right? It's $1.25, it's $5.99. There's no way it's going to be that great. But if you go down to the Keepa, and let's look at 1 year, and then we'll go into, hold on, I want to do like that. Is it still $6? Yeah. Every once in a while, does it pop up? Nope. So it's steady at 6, it looks like. But there was 2 packs. I don't think I've ever sold the single. I've always sold the 2 packs. Looks like they're all taken down too. Let's do this. Candy cane spoons. There is a 2-pack. There's some with chocolates too. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got lots of different bundles here. That's an intricate bundle. Holy macaroni. I don't even know what you're getting there. Yeah, something like this for $8.99 may flux up to $12 to $14, and then it becomes profitable.
Yeah, before you scroll on, this brings me to, because I was working with somebody on what can be a workaround with some bundles if you bundled. See this spoons there with no packaging?
Mm-hmm.
That I think is a workaround on something that is not super unique, right? Like if you had a pile of Hershey Kisses, well, that's kind of trademarkish, right? Because of the packaging. However, if you had candy spoons like this, and you're not showing the packaging, but just the candy itself, that's something that has many sources that they can come from. This can be a workaround or a way to try to find your spot in this space. And as you can see, they have sold over 500 already of this box of spoons in the last month. And so I think this can be a workaround. So if there are products or sources that you have that are not really name brand driven, I think there can be some clever workarounds to sell still some of your favorite things in finding ways to private label them. If you are a brand owner and you want to register it under your brand, I think that these are some good alternatives.
This is totally correct. And I'm looking at this, and it looks almost like they might private label, have these manufactured, and then put in their box.
That's what they did.
And so, you know, not mocking them, mimicking them might be pretty good. 14,000.
Yeah, use that as inspiration. And Nicolette says, please clarify. I thought if it's the same brand, it's not a bundle. That is not true. That would be nice, but you want to go to a listing like what we were just talking about, how like those candy bags where it was the same brand, but there were 2 bags, the ones that I said I sold from Big Lots, like a listing like that.
So we'll multi-pack and bundling are going to have the same types of rules. So it doesn't really matter whether you call it a multi-pack or a bundle. If it's not bundled by the manufacturer, then it is under the same group of rules, whether that be for multi-packs or for bundles. Let's say you go into Costco, and you know how Costco will sell the Dawn dish soap spray, and it will have like 3 refills and the trigger spray, and that's all packaged together and it has its own UPC code. That is a bundle done by the manufacturer, and you can list that with that UPC code and make a listing for Dawn dish soap with that UPC code if you have authority to list under that brand. Now, let's just say I go into Safeway and I see 2 bottles of Dawn soap, whether it's the same color scent or one's a red scent and one's a green scent, the bundle rules are going to be the same. I cannot list that under Lucy's brand. I need to list it under Dawn dish soap, and they are now wanting a UPC code for that bundle pack, unless if you have G10 exemption, and you're getting into this gray area that we are all battling. So I cannot go to Dollar Tree and get 2 of these spoons and put it under Greenbrier without following all the rules of a bundle policy, even though it is 2 of the same thing under Greenbrier and it's a multi-pack. You still have to follow all of the rules. And the rules are now, it needs to be under that brand name, not your brand name. So these 2 candy cane peppermint spoons cannot be under Lucy. They need to be under Greenbrier. Let's see if this one is put under generic. That's done incorrectly according to the rules now. So it needs to be under Greenbrier because that is the brand of these ones. And it needs to follow all of the rules laid out in the bundle policy. So I know it's very, very confusing. So.
And generic branded listings are no longer allowed on Amazon. That has been the case for a few years, but then they've started deactivating them and shutting them down. Will that one ever get deactivated and shut down completely? Who knows? And what Amazon says is allowed and not allowed isn't always enforced. So you take your own risks.
And say you've sold this last year and it's still in your inventory, but it's at 0. You can jump back on it because it's in your inventory. If you're looking at this now and you're like, oh, I want to jump on that listing, you will not be able to sell generic items. Period. You cannot jump on this listing once you delete it out of your inventory. You can't jump back on generic items. Let's see. What is this one from? I don't recognize it. Excuse me, but it looks familiar. This is also the type of bundles they are flagging for. So this person made a little, like a bag with an avocado. I don't even know what that is, but an avocado bag. But they've got Swiss Miss and spoons. So the rule is the most expensive item needs to be the brand. If Swiss Miss is the most expensive item, then that needs to be the brand, which this is not. Now you need to argue that your avocado bag is more expensive than your Swiss Miss, which you might be able to do because Swiss Miss, that's Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. These are 4 Dollar Tree items. So their cost of goods is $5 plus whatever this little avocado thingy is.
Look at their
And it
second bullet point.
comes with very own toy carrier, subject to copyright and trademark laws. No, you aren't, honey, but that's okay. Anyhow, we can pick on them for a minute. Yeah, I don't think they can argue that their toy carrier is the most expensive item in here, but
And it's not even a complimentary item.
no. That's the other rule that's vague, is it needs to be complimentary. And they could say, oh, well, it's for kids and it's a kit for creating fun with your coffee mug, something. I don't know. You're stretching it. You're stretching those rules. Anyhow, Amazon is struggling to hammer down on these guys, but they will be SOL in a minute. They're almost 2 million ranks. So
and what's so crazy is when I got deactivated for violation of bundle policy with no warnings, I didn't even have anything like that in my account.
There's another generic. This one might be worth jumping on if it's in your listing. It says 6-pack. It's not a 6-pack. There's 6 pieces there. They did the listing wrong. But we've got $2.50 selling for 10. Those are good ratios. They're making money off of that. Probably getting a lot of returns, though. It looks like that's going to get crushed. What else? Let's move on to another category, Miss Tina. What else do we got? You said home decor?
Home decor can be very good, and certainly you don't have to worry about bundling so much with home decor. So if you think of the kitchen towels, you could have kitchen towels for Thanksgiving that have, a cute turkey or a pumpkin on it. There are a lot of wholesale suppliers that sell things like that. I know when we've gone to trade shows, there are a lot of suppliers that sell things like table runners and placemats and kitchen towels. Like there's a cute kitchen towel set right there. And those kind of things sell very well. And they're really not subject to a brand name per se. And who's to say that you bundled that, if you have it under your name? I think this would be a safe kind of thing that could fall under the bundling category. Yeah, without you getting into trouble. And that's for those of you who like piecing things together. Now, again, if you're at Walmart and looking at their items and scanning the barcodes, and it exists on Amazon, these are great categories to look at. Tablecloths sell very well during the holidays. They sell well from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas. Thanksgiving probably being the number one, and Christmas actually being second to Thanksgiving for table things, just because it's all about eating Thanksgiving. So I would definitely be looking while I'm outsourcing for tablecloths, the dish towels, anything for cooking, pots, pans.
These are all Temu.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go out. You can literally source from your couch. These are all Temu. And I don't know if I would jump on these guys' listings or make my own, but you could easily take and mix match those items from Temu and make your own listings and call it private label, because it's basically like an Alibaba now setup. Like these guys, I bet you these are on Temu.
I used to buy those things from the dollar store. Yeah. Those chair covers, and I would get them for $1 and sell them in sets of 4. Those used to do very well for me. Anything chair covers. Yeah.
Artoid is Temu. It's direct from Temu. That I've looked them up before. And same with AVOIN is Temu. So Temu. 4 out of the 5 lines is Temu.
And are they also selling on Temu, or are they just creating bundles of items they've sourced on Temu?
I think they're direct, because when I looked up pricing, there was no way that they could get it for the price that I was seeing. So maybe they are like, Temu is really weird because you can get all these extra savings by spending and So either they're like couponers and they are getting the stuff for an amazing price, or maybe they got it early or late or whatnot. But the price that I was seeing, I was looking at summer tablecloths, and they were going for, say, $5.99 on Temu. They were going for $8 on Amazon. So I'm like, there's no way they can get it for $6 and sell it for $8 and make anything, unless if they are direct and them. But that's a good question. Let's look at Artoid. See where they are. They're all Temu.
They are brand registered with a storefront.
Yep. How do I see their?
You have to go back.
Their address?
Yeah, you actually have to go back to one of their listings that you were on.
Oh, and go to their name.
And instead of clicking their store, sold by, right there. Then you can scroll down a little bit, and they're from China, so they are also probably the source on Temu as well.
I don't know if this is. I've never searched traders here. Tents of synthetic fibers.
Looks like they have several different trademarks.
Yeah. Can I click on them though? Commodities downloaded. They got a lot of things.
They're probably a big factory too.
Yeah. So that's what I think, it's factory. If they're not, I don't think they're a reseller like us. I think they are the manufacturer or something. But there's no reason why you can't do the same thing. And you could do towels with other things from Temu too. Like they did, I don't know what that is, a placemat and a table runner.
Oh, another thing that sells really well for the holidays that I have sold historically are things like the door covers, those plastic holiday. That picture made me think of it. But yes, anything for decorating your door. And they usually come small. Big Lots had some really fun ones. I did one year where it was famous Christmas movies. Like, look at that one with the Grinch there and the tree. And I've always been able to source them for $2 or less a piece.
That's another one. They don't have the Grinch in there, so they did a workaround.
Santa on the toilet for the bathroom door, and look how well they sell. And that brand right there, Bestial, you can get a wholesale account with them. I don't know if you can buy that cheap enough to profit at that price, but Bestial used to be good for doing bundles if you sold party supplies. I've not bought from them in many years.
I don't think I've ever bought from them.
Yeah, I've had an account with them for years and years. I used to buy from them, but yes, they are a wholesale party supply company, and they do allow you to sell on Amazon, and they always allowed you to make bundles of their products. But with Amazon's new policy, I don't know that even with a letter of authorization from them, I just don't know. I just have a lot of I don't knows anymore when it comes to Amazon.
Yeah, it's tough. Cool. All right. Well, I'm tempted. All right. So door covers, that's always a good one to look out for. What about coasters? I've not had good luck with coasters.
I've never sold holiday coasters, so I cannot speak upon that. But I would really encourage people, like, going into 2025, for all of you that only do retail arbitrage, which I've always done as well. I take the knowledge from retail arbitrage in order to have created bundles, or in order to come up with a private label idea. So if you are always getting retail arbitrage items that you feel could be private labeled, like we talk about the plastic door cover, by all means, Go to Alibaba, come up with your own design, have them print them out for you, and make your own door covers because you've already tested it, you've already vetted it, and you know that those things sell well and they're not driven by a brand. If it is a table runner or a dishcloth or any particular thing that you're always looking for at the store. I would always get from TJ Maxx, and they don't allow it anymore on Amazon, were the Snoopy sheets, where like Snoopy's ice skating or, and those sheets always sold very well for me on Amazon. Now, I could not get private label Snoopy sheets. So something like that would be out of the question, but possibly holiday sheets. Just take what you know, what you've already vetted, and start considering doing your own branded item.
I love Spode. Spode is such a nice product.
And you can get those at TJ Maxx and Marshall's Spode brand.
Tuesday morning we go to for that. Tuesday morning we always have all the Spode.
Oh yeah. I don't even know if we have any Tuesday mornings left here. That's another store that also had went out of business here. There might be one.
Yeah, that's sad. It makes me sad.
So yeah, I think going into 2025, it's going to be a lot of retail arbitrage as we've always done, but a little bit more going into some private label, whether you source it from Alibaba or the US. There are a lot of US private label companies, and you will know this because I've gone to, like, there's a brand of vitamin that I buy that I take, and I wanted to find out more about their other products. So I found their website and they offer private labeling. I was like, holy cow, this vitamin I've been taking for so long, I could have been private labeling it and calling it my own. But there are a lot of US companies that do private label. When you think of food products, there's a lot of those here. And then they already have the safety regulations and can provide that documentation should you need it.
Yep. Look at this. This is the cutest bundle. We've got a Spode cranberry sauce serving dish. I didn't know I needed a cranberry sauce serving dish, but I think I do. That's a cute bundle there. Yeah, Spode. I was looking up here, but I have sold the napkins, the towels, these 3 set of spoons you can easily find this time of year. You got to get them quick though, because they do sell out really, really quick. Yeah. What is this profile charm? I don't even know what that is. The wine glasses. And I have sent in dishes, not big dishes, but smaller ones with a lot of bubble wrap. And they can be profitable. Like this gravy boat, I know comes in a nice box. And then it's already packaged pretty well. And then I will then bubble wrap that and then send it in. Same with like these guys, these little Christmas tree things come in a nice box. Salt and pepper. That's pretty good, pretty well packaged, I would say. But yeah, look at the ranks. Everything's under 50,000. Not that one, but all these other ones are pretty good rank. We've got 41,000, and we're just starting the holiday stuff, so people are going to be buying these well until after the holidays as well. Travel mug, I've seen that for sale. I've seen all of the things. All right. Well, what are you doing this weekend? When are you decorating?
It's the end of the month. So I've got a lot of end of the month numbers to do today for my clients and myself. So the next 3 days I will be probably working on doing that and pulling out our winter clothes because it's actually finally cooling off here in Vegas, and putting away my Halloween decorations. So I'm going to be doing, that's what I'll be doing from today over the next 3 days.
Oh, I am. I go straight from Halloween into Christmas because we go out of town for Thanksgiving, and then that's Black Friday weekend is just crazy busy with all of that. And I used to try to get home from a weekend with kids out of town with Thanksgiving and drinking and shopping and all the things, and try to do the tree, the lights, the decorations, and everything in like one day. And 1 year we were like, that just isn't working for us. Yeah. So this is a good time of year to kind of plan out your holidays. What is important to you? What is not important to you? What traditions do you want? What traditions are maybe something that's just a little too much for you right now?
Yeah.
than getting rid of them. So that is what we will be doing this weekend, which is exciting. I like it. Fun times. All right.
Yes, I will decorate for Christmas next weekend.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's going to
I
take me a
didn't
little
ever
while.
decorate this early, but when you are an online seller, you've got to decorate before your busy rush, when you are out shopping, sourcing, shipping, because I don't want to try to be juggling decorating and doing that too. I just would rather have it up too early. And I like the Christmas decoration. So for me, I don't mind it. It gives me longer Christmas because it's my favorite holiday. But yeah, then it doesn't interrupt me when I'm slammed because it's already been done.
Yep. Yeah, because your last box to FBA really needs to be that Monday after Thanksgiving, and then it's all FBM from then on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day. Have a great weekend. Take care.
See you next week.
Yep. Oh, wait. Did you hit the button yet?
I my thumb's holding it to not end it until you finished.
Okay. I believe next Friday we're having the GS1 peoples on for barcode discussions. So that will be next Friday. If you are interested in more GS1 barcodes, creating listings and such, that's going to be next weekend. Next Friday, not next weekend. Friday. All right. That was it. I just wanted to make sure I announced that.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.